So Jessica's a genius in her craft and in her Torah, and I tell her that about once a week. We have a very heartfelt and participatory prayer style at the kitchen, so we needed someone who would want to be a part of that and who would want to elevate that and use the language of music and Torah to help elevate that and bring us higher and higher. And that's exactly what Jessica's done.
We have a group of 7 on our davening team, all with like very different backgrounds musically and liturgically. Whenever we gather, it's a process of learning, of listening, and of prayer, and like growing into prayer together and exploring not just what prayer leadership is, but what is our own prayer practice, and in terms of prayer leadership, what our responsibility is as we take our seats in that space.
To be in a service with Rabbi Jessica, she takes a deep breath, sort of fills her body with spirit and with music. So you can almost feel it going in from her feet all the way up to the very top of her head and out her mouth.
Jessica has to be experienced. So our davening circle, the prayer leaders, do not stand typically. And Jessica has rebelled against that in a way that I think is really fun, and stands in moments where she's drawn to stand, I think. And she moves her body, and she moves her arms, and then some other member of the davening circle will stand up and start moving her arms, and then someone in the back row will stand up and start moving, and it's it grabs you, and you want to be a part of it. And I'm actually sad when a prayer is over.
If there was love, give me some.
My leadership style is like kind of bringing people in, getting the music going, drawing in different leaders across the board. Musicians, singers, folks who don't sing or don't play music, but who have a deep sense of prayer and can speak to the words of the text and collaborating all together.
When you sing with other people, your breathing is in sync, your heartbeats tend to start beating in rhythm together. It's a way of bringing community together.
So the Pittsburgh attack happened, and a couple of months later we drew the community together on the stage of the local Performing Arts Center, and drew across the churches with multiple clergy and the wider community. And we had this Kululam style singing event where each group was learning a different part, and it was all about how we create light and love across our differences, and just drawing together with music at this really poignant and difficult time. It was transformative for me as a leader, also for others. Just who are these people showing up? Like after this horrific event in our community, people showing up for us. Music has that power. Music has that intention to kind of bring people in, and we see it across cultures, and we are no different. Like we, as Jews, we get to celebrate through music. The prayer life at Hebrew College opened my eyes to what is possible. I have an image in my mind that I come back to regularly of Rabbi Alan Lehman singing during Hallel, Zeh Hayom Asa Adonai. This is the day that God created, that we should rejoice in it. And him just showing his exuberance and, at times tears running down. And the community also, like it's not, you're davening, you're praying, you're experiencing with people who you are deeply connected with. And so that was a model for, coming and being a rabbi of a community and making music and building community together and praying together.
I think something I learned from my teacher, Rabbi Eben Leder, is that so much of davening is listening, and listening to God, listening for God, listening to your fellow daveners, and listening to your own voice as it's entering this stream of prayer. And when I saw Rabbi Nehemiah Polin lead for the first time, what really struck me is he was kind of saying, shh, listen. And he was like, come here. Like he has this way of bringing everybody in closer, like leaning in and listening. And he's not, his voice, he's not loud, he's not, he's like, he has a secret that he's sharing and that all of us can share together. And that was a big learning for me.
She literally transformed us and allowed us to see who we could be.
When we sing together, we have a sense of purpose with each other, shared purpose. And a community that's as diverse as ours, shared purpose is really important.
I think, in a word, David fosters community.
Never say that our love will one day end. So me came home, my dearest friend. Hold me that now our time is here and now. Across great lands, hand in hand, yes I know our body do. 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 Survivors landed from a